a coach over at Chantilly High School. My background is born and raised in Valley, Alabama. Went to Valley High School. After high school, went to Belhaven University down in Mississippi. Stayed there for a year. Decided, you know what, this ain't the same as high school, not as fun anymore. So I'm gonna join the military. Joined the military in 2010, 2014. Got injured. Afghanistan, 2012. I always dreamed about coming back home from Afghanistan safe. You know, there was no time where in my life where I thought that this was going to be my outcome. So I worked in Afghanistan, worked out all the time, ran all the time, stayed in shape because my dream was to go back home, go to Tuscaloosa, play for Nick Saban as a strong safety. It was my dream. 2 weeks, maybe 4 weeks after, you know, talking to people about what I want to do when I come back home, I stepped on an IED. Lost my right leg. My dream was gone like that. My dream of just being able to run with my 2 legs was gone. So my whole thing of being here today to talk to you guys is tomorrow you'll drive home, your mom coming to pick you up, you on the metro. I mean, there's been so many accidents on trains lately. It can be gone just like that. So every day that you get an opportunity to come in here and a chance to come in here, work for it. Be motivated. Yeah, there's gonna be days where I know you're not gonna want to drive up. You guys aren't gonna want to get up out of bed. You're not gonna want to get on that damn metro and come all the way up here. There's gonna be times where you gotta say, you know what, I want it worse than the guy beside me. I want it better than the guy who's in front of me, who's, you know, starting over me. I want it more than he wants it. So I've got to get up. I've got to go out. I've got to get my conditioning in. I've got to get up. I got to come out here and work out. Every day it's going to be an opportunity for you to get better. Like I was saying earlier, there's what, 24 hours in a day? I don't know if you guys ever heard this dude talk on how bad do you want it. Like, this dude literally tells you, you only have 24 hours to get better. You have 8 hours, you know, normal time to sleep, 8 hours. That's what he says. Most times, some guys on the phone, spend on the phone about 2 hours talking on the phone, texting or whatever. That's now what, 10 hours. You only have 14 hours left in a day to get better. If you go to school, you gotta do homework. Sometimes homework anywhere between an hour, hour and a half. That's now what? 9 hours left? 9 hours left to get better. Then eating, sitting down. You realistically, you only have 4 hours out of a day to get better. To be a better player, be a better student, be a better athlete. You only have 4 hours to get better. Some people don't want it like you guys want it. You guys get to come up, you guys coming up here every weekend. Man, I remember on Saturday was my, oh my God, I can't wait for Saturday because I get to sleep in on Saturday. But you guys are up here, what is it, 10 o'clock? 10 o'clock in the morning trying to work out, trying to get better. That's motivation. The 3 things before I put my time into a player, I need motivation, I need discipline, I need to know that you have heart. Heart can outweigh skill, ability, anything. If you guys have motivation, who here knows the definition of motivation? Motivation is when you're willing to get up and say, oh, I'm hurting, but I still got to get it in. I got to get it in because if I don't get it in, that means he's going to beat me out of my job or he's going to get the job before I can get it. You got to motivate yourself. Self-motivation is better than no motivation at all. There's going to be opportunities and there's going to be times where you're going to be hurting so bad that you're not going to want to do nothing. You're not going to want to stand up. You're not going to want to get up. Like, there's opportunity, there's motivation, prime example. Lost my leg. I didn't want to do nothing but pity myself. Be mad at myself. Be mad at the world. Because the first time I watched football, I cried. I could no longer do it. I could no longer go out there and be a safety, be a cornerback, wide receiver, quarterback, defensive end, D-line, offensive line. I mean, anything. I could no longer do it. It was taken from me. Am I pissed off about it? Hell yeah. But I get to coach football. That was my dream anyway. I'm still doing my dream. Some guys' dreams get to the NFL. My dream was just to coach football. I'm living it. I was motivated by my wife, by my family, but ultimately it became down to me to self-motivate myself. To say, you know what, today we're going to put on this prosthetic and we're going to walk. We're going to throw this cane off to the right and we're going to walk with no canes. I've got to push myself today so I can get better. Literally, I would walk down this steep hill, dude. It was so steep. I fell down it like 5 times. Every time I got back up, I didn't pity myself because I can't bend my knee. That's no longer my knee. It's a mechanical knee. I didn't pity myself. I got back up. Started walking down the hill again. I fell down again. I got right back up. Guess where I'm going down the hill to? To the gym to work out. I'm going to work out. I'm going to get better. I'm going to get stronger. Because I can't tell you to come in here and lift if I can't lift. I can tell you how to lift if I don't know how to lift. I got to be a better person. I got to motivate myself so I can motivate you. Motivation is the #1 key. Being disciplined. I had to be disciplined enough to say, you know what? I'm going to drink water. I'm not drinking Cokes. I'm not drinking Sprite. I'm not drinking, Gatorade all the time. Gatorade's all right, but not all the time. I don't tell my guys to drink Gatorade. I tell them to drink water. Water's better for you. Don't got all that sugar and stuff in it. Just drink water. Be disciplined enough to know what to eat, what not to eat. Be disciplined enough to know on the weekends when your friends trying to go out and get in trouble. Be disciplined enough to say, you know what? I ain't no punk, but I ain't finna get in trouble with you. I just made it mad. But be disciplined enough to say, I'm not finna get in trouble with you. Be disciplined enough to say, when this guy's in your face talking about your mom, be disciplined enough to say, you know what? I have a career ahead of me. I have school ahead of me. I don't have time for your pettiness. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to walk away from somebody. I know it is very hard to walk away from somebody who's trying to chump you out in front of your friends. It's very hard because you don't want to look like no punk, no, you know what I'm saying? Right or wrong, right? You know what I'm saying? Dude come up in your face just talking smack. What you want to do? You want to put him in his place, right? But what does that end up getting you? One, locked up, suspended, charges put against you. Now you got all these allegations out here in the streets about you. It's already hard, especially as a college player. You get domestic violence or an assault charge put against you. That's a lot of things you can no longer do. So be disciplined enough to know that things are gonna come your way, but you gotta be disciplined to just say, you know what, I'm better than that. I got things in my life that I want. Man, telling you now, like my brothers got in trouble all the time. We got in trouble one time. I said, you know what, I'm not hanging out with y'all no more because all y'all do is get in trouble. All y'all do is fight. All you do is this stuff. I got football ahead of me. I got my schooling ahead of me. I can't do this no more. I had to be disciplined enough to say, no. Heart. You the smallest one in here. I was 167 pounds fullback. Going up against a 225-pound linebacker every day at practice. Every day. And I used to eat him up. The first day of practice, I told Coach John, he ate my ass up. Killed me. I thought my helmet came off. But I told him it was not going to happen again. You're not going to hit me that hard. Every day, after that right there, we went at it. It made me better. It made him better. To know that just because somebody's smaller than you don't mean nothing. Because I'd rather have 188 pounds of muscle coming at me than 188 pounds of fat. 188 pounds of muscle is going to hit you a whole lot harder. So somebody who got the heart, but they're 188 pounds of pure muscle, and you 225 pounds, and you thinking they not going to do nothing to you, but they have heart. They're going to drive. They're going to work harder than everybody around them to get to where they want to be. They're going to come out there and give it 110% every single day. In the gym, on the track, running, whatever it takes. Eating right. They're going to have a heart to say, you know, I'm going to go out here and I'm going to go up against this 225-pound linebacker and just eat him up, eat him up, eat him up. I'm not going to let him get the best of me today. We're going to come around the corner, hit him in the mouth. It helped me. It helped me just going out there knowing I wanted to play football. I love football. Football was my life. Still is my life. You got to be disciplined, motivated, and have heart. Be disciplined enough to come out here. Be motivated enough to come out here. Have the heart to come out here when you're tired and this working out of here, to keep pushing yourself. Keep pushing yourself. It's not about coming out here and getting the workout in. It's about coming out here and pushing yourself more than everybody else around you. There's guys who probably not doing what you're doing right now. High school, right? You in high school. How many guys at your high school are doing this right now? None of them.
Maybe two.
Maybe a few. College, right?
Yeah.
How many guys are doing what you guys do on the weekend, on a Saturday? You know, Friday night, they probably getting ready to turn up on Friday night. You guys turned down and came out here. That's what it's about. It's being dedicated, being disciplined enough to do this, being motivated enough to come out here. You guys are in college and yet you still come here to work out. You still come here to be better than everybody else around you. Just remember those three things, guys. Discipline, motivation, and heart. Those three things right there will get you where you want to go. All right? I mean, that's all I have for